makes me not even want to keep reading. What's wrong with Kate Stewart? Like, is she okay? Like, someone needs to check on her. Tell us! Like, I just want to know. Like, girl, what? Oh my god.
You want a puppy? You want a big dog?
We love rainy days, don't we, baby? What the f? If this is actually the case, then why write the book? Hello, my beautiful besties. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Lauren. I'm your ADHD mood reading bestie. I'm so excited. I feel like today's video has been a long time coming because in today's video, we are finally reading the Ravenhood trilogy by Kate Stewart. Yeah, it's time. It doesn't matter if it's on booktube. It doesn't matter if it's on booktok or bookstagram. You guys have been telling me, yelling at me, which I love. I love when you guys bully me to read something because of course I'm gonna give my besties what they want. But you guys have been bullying me to read a book by Kate Stewart. One thing about my besties is you guys never steer me wrong. You know me better than I know myself half the time, so I'm so excited. It's officially time to go on this journey. I don't know anything about this series except that it's going to hurt me, and I believe it is dark romance. I think. Also, funny enough, my first therapist I ever went to, this was her favorite series. So if she loves this and you love this, I know I'm going to love it. I am scared because I feel like, I was about to lie. I was about to say, I feel like it's been a minute since I've cried over a book. No, I literally just cried last night. Oh, yeah. Okay, so me when I lie. But I'm so excited because I feel like it's been a minute since I finished a series in its completion and boo-hooed. So the fact that this is a trilogy, I love a commitment. I feel like we can knock this out. This vlog will be spoiler free as usual. I will be giving you guys random quotes, my reactions, but I will not be spoiling any major plot points. It'll just be my reactions to the books and random quotes that I feel like won't spoil the plot line. If that is not something you want to see, if you haven't read this yet, save this video for later, but I will be doing my best to keep this spoiler free. I wanted to feel like you guys are reading this with me, and I feel like I have moral support when I vlog and read at the same time, if that makes sense. But I'm so excited, and I've heard nothing but amazing things. I did post a TikTok, and I told people to tell me things I won't understand until I finish, so I can't wait to read those comments. So if you want to watch me read the Ravenhood trilogy and more than likely crash out, then keep on watching. We've got our rainy day ambiance on. I have my curtains closed, AC on high, because we're in the middle of summer and the summertime sadness is real. So what do we do when the summertime sadness is getting us? We start what looks to be a cozy book. Again, I know nothing. And we turn on a rainy ambiance. We get snuggled up. We pretend it's fall. All the covers give me fall cozy energy. So I was like, you know what? Let's put a rainy day vibe on and let's get into it. So I literally know nothing. If you guys watch my vlog with Bestie Kaylee, I didn't even read the back because I was like, I just want to go into it blind, but I am gonna read the back of the book for the sake of the vlog so you know what's going on. Also, I picked out these tabs. How perfect! Are you kidding? I'm like, just in case, we need to be prepared. The first in the seductive series that has become an international best-selling sensation, a modern-day Robin Hood retelling that is steamy, intensely emotionally, and utterly original. Robin Hood? What? Can you keep a secret? The one thing Cecilia Horner knows about her move to Triple Falls is it'll be temporary. After 1 year working for her elusive father at his factory, he'll hand over the inheritance she needs to help her single mother. With that, Cecilia will leave the town and everyone in it behind forever. On her first day, she collides with her new supervisor, Sean. Enigmatic, charming, irresistible, Sean lures Cecilia into a new world of sex, lies, and alliances. Ooh. Determined to make the most of her time in Triple Falls, Cecilia allows herself to blindly fall. But the more Cecilia is drawn in, the stronger her belief becomes that Sean is keeping a secret. A secret that Dominic, Sean's friend, and the darkest, most dangerous members of his crew is determined to keep Cecilia from uncovering. Okay, period. So Dominic is Sean's best friend. Okay. Cecilia discovers something else, a maelstrom of untapped desires within herself, along with a powerful pull of first love. The more Cecilia becomes immersed in Sean and Dominic's perilous world, the more she starts to realize that the men she's trusted are hiding far more than she could ever have imagined. And the secret they're hiding just might be the thing to break her fall. Is this a love triangle? What's happening here? What's happening? Okay, so the back told me nothing. Okay, period. So I know nothing and the back told me nothing. Cecilia is going to Triple Falls. Triple Falls is giving me Twilight vibes. Falls is giving me cozy. Okay, period. Okay, that's all we need to know. I'm so excited. I've got my tabs ready. I've got everything I need. I'm pretending it's fall outside. Life is worth living. Gotta get a book smell in. Smells delicious. I love it. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, here's the dedication. This one is for my brother, Tommy, who bravely calls it like he sees it, no matter what company he keeps. Thank you for schooling me that it's okay to doubt, but not to dwell in it. All my love and respect, little brother. Stop! You guys, Guys, not me already annotating the literal first page. My favorite books, love songs. Actually, I'll read the beginning of the book. I grew up sick. Let me clarify. I grew up believing that real love stories include a martyr or demand great sacrifice to be worthy. My favorite books, love songs, movies, the ones that resonated with me, have kept me grieving long after I turned the last page. The notes faded out or the credits rolled. No, because is that literally me? What is wrong with me? I love that. And also, if you were wondering what my key is gonna be, we have no key. We're going with the vibes. I'm just picking a pretty color because it matches the book and tabbing it, but I think I'm actually gonna write in this book and write my notes because I haven't done that in a really long time and I just feel like it would be fun. So matter of fact, let's get a pen. I don't write in all my books, but these were on clearance. Someone already wrote on the bottom of it, so I can write on it too. This is my house. I make the rules. Okay, so I just finished the prologue and I'm hooked, besties. So basically she's going back when she's 26 because she goes when she's 19. And she's basically going back. She broke off an engagement. That was on like page literal 2. So she broke off an engagement and she's headed back to Triple Falls and she can't have who she really wants. That's why she broke off her engagement. And then chapter 1, then. So I'm assuming this is when she's 19 and obviously like the back of the book says. So that's pretty much all we know. What happened? What's the tea? I love the writing so far. So good. Yeah, we're on chapter 1. Page 8. So we met Sean. He's like, you want to go to a party? She's like, yeah, sure. Because she made a joke during orientation. And he's like, oh, you seem like you want a party. And she's like, not really. And so she follows him to his house. And I'm getting the ick already is the point. Look, I'll admit, back at the plant, I thought you were a bit more bulldog than pup. Ew, bulldog? Anyway. He just took her to his house and they're like at this party. So we just met Sean. Okay, so we've met multiple characters. She's at this house party. We met Layla, we met Sean, we met Tyler, and I think we're about to meet the next character. She feels like someone's looking at her, and it always gets me when it's like not a fantasy, which I assume this isn't a fantasy. I have no idea. Anyway, she feels someone looking at her. Sean's words drift through my cloudy head. We don't want to let the wolf get a whiff. Oh wait, I didn't even tell you guys about that quote. So there was this quote earlier and she was like, I'm not Little Red Riding Hood. And he was like, good, we don't want to let the wolf get a whiff. I didn't even tell you guys about that because I've been locked in. She thinks, I have a feeling said wolf has caught my scent and is eyeing me from feet away. And she's like talking about being like awestruck. And she thinks, holy shit. I lift my chin as he treads through the yard. A dark haze shrouded in masculine beauty. Just past a prominent widow's peak lays long waves of rich-looking thick onyx hair. Equally dark brows above silver eyes filled with ominous intent. Between high-cut cheekbones in a sleek nose and his mouth. Why is it always silver eyes? And Sean like brought her to this party and he's like, oh yeah, I want to keep you to myself, da-da-da-da. And then now the brunette walks in. Sean's blonde, by the way. The choice is clear. I don't know who this man is, but I'm assuming it's the one on the back of the book. So I'm really liking it so far. I really like the writing. I am 36 pages in. Okay, I'm officially on chapter 4. I'm gonna stop here. We read 42 pages. I feel like it was a successful reading sprint. Dominic was the guy she met that like has silver eyes and he's so hot and he kicked her out of the party. So that's basically all that happened. I don't know how many pages is in this because I do not want to look up any spoilers, but this is how far we are. Not super far, but I really love the writing and it's small town. I don't really know the genre yet. I don't want to look anything up. I feel like there's going to be a love triangle coming. And as far as it being called the Ravenhood trilogy, she's mentioned that the Sean guy had a raven tattoo wing or something, and then the Tyler guy did too. So I'm like, okay, are they in a gang? What is this? And then literally the back of the book says Robin Hood. But this is like my favorite way to read is not knowing anything. So that's where we're at. I will check back in with you guys whenever I come across something, a random quote. And the further we get into this book, the less like filling you in with the plot I will give, just because again, this is a spoiler-free vlog. But that's pretty much to get into the book. That's what's going on. I'm excited. And I'm like so scared. I want to look up fan art so bad. But even though like I've tabbed all of their appearances, even Layla, we met one of the girls. I'm like, are they bikers? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. We've gotten like character descriptions, so I've tabbed those so that I can remember them. But I'm like, I don't want to look anything up because God forbid it is a love triangle or something. I'm gonna be shook. But yeah, Dominic basically embarrassed her. She's working at this plant in this small town. The majority of the people in this plant work at this group of people that's like having this party. Like, they were nice enough to her, but Dom was like, get out of here. I'm like, okay, period. Is that gonna be the love interest? What's going on? Besties, I am reading on my Kindle right now and then transferring transferring my annotations. I'm on page 71. Not really anything's happening. Obviously no spoilers. Cecilia is working at the plant that her dad owns. They have an estranged relationship and she's in Triple Falls to earn her inheritance, obviously. And so she meets Sean and these band of lost boys, honestly, who all have these mysterious raven tattoos. We literally know nothing. And when I find things out, I'm not going to tell you what they are, but I'm just going to tell you if I find them out. But as of right now, I'm 71 pages in. I haven't found anything out. But her and Sean are like hanging out. And then Dominic, the dark-haired one, the hot one, obviously we know he's going to be either the love interest or one of the love interests, like it's alluding to. She's been around him and like they've bantered a little bit. And Sean's like, ooh, instead of our pool day, let's go on a hike. And so they go on a hike and he's just being like mansplaining to her. I'm eating popcorn, by the way. I'm like, he calls her pup. I don't know why that gives me the ick. I don't want it to give me the ick, but it does. He calls her pup and I'm just like she made a comment. She's like, oh, you're gonna call me pup? And he's like, I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay. So then he's like mansplaining her how time is. How time, you need to worry about the now time. First of all, the now time, just say the present, my guy. You know what I mean? He's like, why waste time worrying about it later? It's the only measure of time that matters. Time itself is just an invisible line. A measure people made up, right? You know that. And while it's good for reference, it's also a major stress trigger because you're letting it control you. And she said, okay, sorry, because she was worried about like her plans she had later and he wanted to go on like this hike. Don't be sorry. Just don't give it power. Now is now. Later will eventually be now. Don't be a slave to the insanity of keeping time and keeping up. Now is the only thing you have control over. And even so, it's an illusion. And then he does something, no spoilers, but if you read this, you know what he does immediately after he says that. And then whatever he does, she goes, not nice. And then he says, how does that feel? She said, it stung. Yeah, but what time is it? Obviously, I have no idea. Congrats, baby. That's freedom. I feel like he's mansplaining what being in the moment feels like. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I'm very intrigued. I want to know what the tea is. I'm like, are these guys drug dealers? She was also, I can't remember if I told you guys, but she was talking to one of her coworkers about Sean and the guys he hangs out with, and her coworker's like a gossip because it's like a small town, and she's like, oh, they love fast cars and the marijuana, and they love to share women, and I'm like, okay, Fast and the Furious. Cars are revolving around, like, in this story, but I don't know anything plot-wise. But whenever I do, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm just going to tell you that I'm learning more information so you guys know if you want to read this book. But yeah, so far I literally know nothing. I just know that it's a girl in a small town. And I'm like, why is it giving credence? Except not credence. Not credence. Don't think, like, the tropes of credence, but, like, the small town setting. And like, okay, it kind of reminds me of Penelope Douglas's writing. Like, she doesn't have a good relationship with both of her parents, and she's just doing what she has to do because she has nowhere else to go. And I feel like a lot of Penelope Douglas's characters are like that, and the writing is very interesting, but I am cringing at some things. Like, the fact that he calls her pup, I'm like,
You want a puppy? He want a big dog.
that's like what I'm thinking of. Every time he calls her pup, I'm like, that's the sound I hear on TikTok, and it makes me be like, oh my god. Anyway, but I'm very intrigued. Like, I want to know what the lore is. And also, I will say this, I have not read a small town, like I was just talking about, like those two Penelope Douglas, Birthday Girl and Credence, and even the Devil's Night series. I love a small town book, but like with a little bit of like, what's going on here? I literally know nothing. That's my update. 71 pages in. Good morning, besties. I think I updated you last. I was like around page 70 or something, and I was talking about how Sean is mansplaining things to Cecilia. Okay, so you know how like Dominic is this moody, mysterious, broody guy, and I've like, it's this band of lost boys, small town, still don't know anything. They're alluding to the fact that like there's more that meets the eye, and like there's more things going on, but still, we as the reader and Cecilia as the main character know nothing. So that's the update. I'm on chapter 21. I haven't started it yet, so I'm 162 pages in, and I was like, oh my god, I need to update my besties. No spoilers, but there was an altercation with Dominic, and like, let me just read you guys a random quote. I was like, girl, these men are childish, but am I entertained? Yeah. Do I want these men like that? No. First of all, the way Dominic speaks to Cecilia, I literally, oh my god. Okay, hold on. So first of all, she's like hanging out at their house where they all live. Second of all, random, but Sean does his buddy's laundry. Why? You know what I mean? We don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's part of the mystery. And she's like, why do you do your friend's laundry? And he's like, you don't do nice things for your friends? And she's like, okay. Like everything she says to him, he either mansplains it or he's like alluding to the fact that he means something more, but he won't tell her shit. And he's like, It'll be worth it. You'll see. And I'm like, tell us! Like, I just want to know. Like, girl, what? She's over at their house where they all live, and no spoilers, but she, like I said, she gets into an altercation with Dom. And it's like playful, whatever. But then Dom says literally, and I'm not going to tell you the context. I'm just going to tell you the random quote. Dom says, your girl just rubbed on my dick. First of all. And like, it's just being rude. Like, just being an asshole. And I'm like, oh my God. And then like they get into it, and then Sean says, get him, baby. Ew! So like, it's basically the FMC in a house with all of these guys, hanging out with them because she lives with her dad. She's still working at the plant. Nothing's really happening there with her work or whatever. So then she gets like annoyed. So then they're in like a mini fight because the altercation with Dom. And like, oh my God, like, if you've read this book, you know what the altercation is. And like, it involves cake. And then him saying that, like I just told you guys. But that's pretty much it. No spoilers. Like I said, he just keeps alluding to the fact that something's going on. And I am a freak. I want to know everything. Like, what's going on? Like, and then whenever he's doing his friend's laundry, back up. Whenever he's doing his friend's laundry at the laundromat, they have a laundry machine. They're like watching this lady like launder money, which is funny because they're doing laundry. And he's like, yeah, watch this lady make tortillas. And she's like, oh my God, she's stealing. And then he's like, yeah, but she's stealing for good for her family. And I'm like, okay, so what is this? Is it a secret society? Like, are you guys just like I said, a band of lost boys? Like, what's going on? I want to know. And here's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not going to confirm or deny in this vlog because it is spoiler free. And you guys are just going on this journey with me. But I'm fully like, and the things he says are a little cringe. I'm not gonna read a lot of them, but like Sean, I'm more interested in Dominic, even though he's an asshole, because Sean, like, he just mansplains things too much. And like, he's this adventurous boy and he's like, put your phone up when you're with me. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, first of all, the scene I was telling you guys back, if you've read this, when they went on their hike, don't tell me what to do. But like the way Dominic is moving, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna be more into him. Is this a why choose? Is this the love triangle? I have no idea. So really, do you guys see what I'm talking about? But Sean is giving me the ick a little bit. And the way they call her pup, eyes on me, pup. Eyes on me, pup. And I literally said what I think about. She don't want no puppy. She want a big dog. Like, that's all I think. Oh my God. But anyway, am I into it? Yeah. Do I know what I'm gonna rate this book? Absolutely not. I did switch to my Kindle because I had the literal worst migraine ever yesterday, like bad. And I can only read on dark mode, but woke up today feeling a little bit better. Dark mode's off and we're officially 45% of the way through. So that is the update for now. Spoiler free, of course. I still don't know what the hell's going on. There ain't nothing to spoil. It's just these random instances. But it does remind me a lot of a Penelope Douglas book, which I haven't read something like that in a while, so I'm enjoying it. And I want to know, tell me, what's going on here?
I am 27 chapters into Flock. I am 60% in. And how many pages have I read? 217. The scene between Dominic, Sean, and Cecilia, like, what is their deal? I just need to know their deal. But the spice is spicing. But what's the deal? Like, what's going on? Like, are you guys husbands? Do the boyfriends kiss? Like, what's going on? And I literally can't help it. The pup is not growing on me. The nickname I literally hate. Like, I'm so intrigued and I'm like, what do they do? Because like, he took her for a ride, whatever, and like, we still don't know anything. Like, I'm like, are they gangsters? Are they bikers? Like, what is this? I need to know. Oh my God, page 266. Them reading on a rainy day. My rainy days are yours, if you want them. It rains a lot here. Fine with me, but my sunny days belong to... Like, the direction we're going in, I'm screaming. 73% of the way through, I'm on page 266. Besties, I just finished Flock. It's literally like almost one. And I'm so confused. Like, I can't tell you guys what I found out, but like, we found out a little bit of information, but we're still so much in the dark. And it's like, obvious along the way, but like, we still don't know their specifics. You know what I mean? And we did find out a lot of information about why they do what they do. There's like a mystery to it. So here's what I'll say if you're thinking about reading this, is that it's giving very much the vibe of Credence, not the tropes, because it's not like taboo, but it's like, I feel like this is very spicy, but like the plot and the characters are like, then do not take this the wrong way. I'm like, why? I don't know why. I call it like a trashy book. Like, in the best way, though. Like when people refer to, like, reality TV as, like, trashy TV. Like, that's what this is to me. It's trashy TV. That's what it feels like. It feels like trashy TV. It feels, oh my God, they mentioned a song she was playing at the end of the book. And the end, I'm like, what? Who who? What are you, a now? Who? I'm like, who is that? So now I'm like, I need to read the next book because I'm invested. So I will say it's just giving like cozy, it's giving fall, like it's giving small town, it's giving mystery, but it's what I would refer to as like a trashy TV show. Like the only other way, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's smut forward because obviously she's having a relationship with these pretty much strangers that she met in this small town, and she's isolated. You guys know what I'm talking about. Very much like trashy TV kind of book. My eyes are literally so swollen. That is actually terrifying. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I was sitting here, I'm like, I think I'm gonna settle on 3.5 stars because it's not 4 stars. It's not even close to being 5 stars because there were so many things that cringed me out. But if you're like thinking about reading this book, it entertained me though. Like I was entertained the entire time. I'm like, I was confused about the plot for like a lot of the book because I'm like, is the plot smut? Like whatever. And then the more we got into the mystery, I'm like, okay, I wanna know more. It's like Fight Club. You know what I mean? Like it's like Fight Club. And I can't say anything to you guys, but you assume, but you don't know specifics, and we still don't know all the specifics. And then like random at the end there, I'm like, who? But very, very, very spicy. The spice was good. I just got icked out kind of by the mansplaining, and it would happen right before the spice, and then I'd be like, couldn't even enjoy the spice because the MMC said something like cringy. And like, oh my God, I hate the nickname pup. I hate it. I do love the mystery and I'm so hooked. So like, if you were wondering, this is all going to be spoiler free, all 3 of the books when I read them, but like, I'm into it. And like I said, it's trashy TV books. Like, I'm like, oh my God, it's smutty, it's drama, it's dramatics, not just like drama happening, but like the FMC is dramatic, the MMC is dramatic, like things that happen are so dramatic, and has cringy moments. But again, it's trashy TV. Yeah, I'm having a good time. And I'm literally laughing. Like I've laughed out loud. Book husband's been playing video games while I've been reading, and I'm literally like updating him, cackling with the things I can't tell you guys. Like I just cannot. Oh my God. Anyway, okay, 3.5 out of 5 stars. We're on to the next book.
Besties, another day. Am I wearing the same Halloween shirt I wear all the time? Yes, it's my comfiest shirt. Mind your business. It's also Halloween because it's July 5th. Is it July? It's not July 5th. It's July 6th. I lied. It's July 6th, but the 4th of July is over, is the entire point. So it's officially Halloween. I have my spring blankie right now, but we're washing all of my Halloween blankies. I'm not one of those that decorates for Halloween early. Like I do early, I guess, but I don't decorate in the summer because all my decorations are in storage. But I do love to burn pumpkin candles, and like if I go Code Orange shopping, I will put out like all of my little Halloween finds randomly, but I will not like fully decorate because you guys know, if you're a regular bestie and you've been around, I go balls to the wall. Me and Book Husband are like obsessed. Anyway, that's not what this is, but I'm excited. I'm wearing my Halloween shirt. It is raining outside. I've got a spooky little ambiance on the TV, and we're officially starting Exodus. I kind of already started this the night that I finished Vlog, which was literally the other night, and then I started Exodus on my Kindle because I was going to bed and I was so tired, but I like fell asleep. So I am officially going to do a reading sprint in the physical book. First of all, how beautiful is she? She's blue. I love her. And I've got a bunch of dark tabs set out. So we met a new character at the end of Vlog. I filled you guys in. I rated it 3.5 stars, but I'm like in there. Like I cannot wait to find out more information. I was gonna read you guys the back of the book, but it would totally spoil the entire series, and I'm not spoiling the series for you guys because it's been so much fun slowly figuring out what's going on. So all I'm gonna say is it's a little secret, and in the last book she found out so many questions she had were answered. So we're basically just continuing that, and we have a new character unlocked known as the Frenchman. I did post like on my booktok, tell me something that I won't understand till I finish, and so I just put the whole series on there, and a lot of people said that the audiobook for this is really, really good, the French accent. So I'm really pissed because I requested it on Libby. This is like maybe, I don't even know, last week, but it said it would be ready, and I had Flock, but then I finished Flock, so then I'm like, well, now I don't even need the audiobook, and Exodus does less than 2 weeks, but I'm like, I don't want to wait, so I'm gonna see if Spotify has it. Let's see. Okay, so Spotify has it, yes, period, but I don't know how many hours I have, but we're gonna see. We're gonna start whoever the Frenchman is, because that means nothing to you at this point. If you decide to read the book, you're not gonna know. First book started, like, we got the prologue, and then this one starts and it says then, so she's still telling a story, so I'm like, oh my god, what happened? Okay, chapter 1, you're the Frenchman. Let me just play it for you guys. Let's see.
You're the Frenchman. You mind turning down that calling out?
You mind turning down that calling card. Okay, I'm so excited. All right, I might immersive read it. Shall we? I think I'm gonna get my headphones out and we'll immersive read. But that is the update, and we're immersive reading it. We're about to tab it, and that's that. I can't really tell you much, but I'm just gonna give you random quotes. He's the devil you are never supposed to meet, dressed in Armani, and a clear threat to me. Ooh. First of all, it's fall. Yeah. And they're having an apple festival. How cozy. And it's small town. This is so... Is the summer weaning? I can't tell you much about the plot. She is upset right now. And I can't tell you why. But I can tell you about the cozy fall setting. Yeah.
Hey, pup.
It's growing on me. It's growing on me. The nickname's growing on me. The nickname's growing on me. I will say. But... why is Cecilia giving Bella in New Moon? She says this. There's a possibility. Y'all know the scene. Y'all know the scene. That's what she's giving right now. And I can't say why, but that's what I'll say. She's giving Bella in Twilight. And it's a fall vibe. Hell yeah. I shit you not. Chapter 3. I just got done reading chapter 2 and I literally said, what is she giving? What did I just say? Chapter 3. There's a scene in one of the Twilight movies where Bella remains unmoving in a chair, riddled in heartbreak, while staring out the window, watching the seasons pass before her eyes. What did I just say? And on my balcony, as the trees shed and deaden before giving new life to fresh blooms, I realized I'd lived the past 3 seasons of my life the same way she did when she was deserted by love. I literally just said that. Kate Stewart! She knows ball. Okay, we just finished chapter 5, so we are 67 pages in. I'm stopping right before chapter 6. And it was a successful reading sprint. Look at our tabbies. We annotated a lot, and we have a new character unlocked. I guess I could say. Yeah, because you wouldn't even know who I was talking about. His name is Tobias. We love the name Tobias around here. If you know, you know. Cecilia is negotiating her own terms. She knows enough, but not everything she knows. And she's like Bella from New Moon, just like she said. That's the only updates I can give you. I can't really give you any plot details, but I will say I said this on one of my TikToks, instead of triple falls, it should be called triple dicks. Because I'm like, girl, what? What is going on?
Besties, I have an update. Page 109. The Frenchman, I can't really say anything with like the plot, but she's finding more and more out about the secret society, and the Frenchman is slick harassing her, but also giving her answers. And literally I had to read this to you because it's no spoilers, but it's him reading her to filth. A picture of neglect. You grew up estranged from your absent father and made it your mission to care for your mother, all the while playing it safe. A good girl, that is, until curiosity got the best of you and you skipped your junior prom because you were too busy giving away your virginity. Maybe because you felt he had waited an acceptable amount of time, not because you were seized by the passion you so desperately craved. You drifted through your teens playing the role of the responsible adult in your household and purposely failed a final, placing you third in your graduating class from Torrington High School. Either to avoid the spotlight despite daddy and go unnoticed, for your perfect attendance and scholastic accolades, or to keep your mother from feeling guilty that she couldn't pay an Ivy League tuition in case daddy didn't come through. After all, it was much safer to stay under the radar and use your mother's mistakes as an excuse not to take any chances. The silver lining, you used your mother's psychotic break as a reason to liberate yourself from being the parent while still gifting yourself the ability to play the martyr, which leads us here, where you claim to be for your mother's sake, but the truth is, being here gave you an escape. It gave you your first real taste of freedom. He's eating her up. Like, I'm listening to the audiobook on Spotify, immersive reading right now, page 116. No spoilers, but if you read this book, you know. He didn't want to feel anything, and instead he felt everything. We've just ruined ourselves with our hate for each other. You have no idea. Besties, we are stopping for the night. I just finished a pretty big reading sprint. I'm stopping before chapter 15. I'm on page 163. So without giving anything away, obviously because this is spoiler free, oh my god, the book matches my green curtains. And it matches my wallpaper over there. Interesting. Anyway, I need to go to bed. I'm exhausted. But I do my best reading at night. It's such a double whammy. I'm trying to be a morning person. It's a whole thing. Whatever. We're finding out more information. We still don't know everything, but Cecilia basically struck a deal with the devil. That's the best way I'm going to put it. Like, I'm speaking in terms here, okay? And our Frenchman, the wee Frenchman, he's complex and he's connected up until this point in the book, if you're thinking about reading it. I do love the mystery. I feel like the mystery of everything, of the relationships, the love interest, the society, like who the bad guy is, who the good guy is, like all the lines are blurred, and I feel like the mystery of this is keeping me reading. Like if I didn't have to get up early, I would literally keep reading this all night, but I'm so obsessed. Like I'm so obsessed with the pacing. Obviously look at my tabs. Kate Stewart's throwing me for a loop, babe, okay? Because it's like 1 minute you think you know what's going on and you're like, oh, okay, and then the next minute you're like, what? Like, and I don't even understand half the stuff that's going on, but I'm not even halfway through. I literally have read this much. Like, it's crazy. And it's just so much to digest, but I'm, like, actually obsessed. She is kind of like at the beginning of this book, and I was like, oh my god, she's like Bella. She is dealing with heartbreak in more ways than one and realizing so many things that she has to come to terms with in her life and what makes her her and looking at the world around her. And I know that's vague, but it's actually kind of funny because everything in here is vague because it keeps the mystery. So I'm really excited to figure everything out. It's just from Cecilia's point of view, and I need an update on some characters. And I can't tell you guys who, but yeah, that's the update. That's all I can give you. I am locked in. Again, I said this in my review for Vlog. It's literally like trashy TV. It is so much like Birthday Girl. It is so much like Credence. The small town setting is so there. It's been like 9 months since her heartbreak happened. So I will say, like, the first book took place in a shorter amount of time, and then all of a sudden, like, when it ended, you were like, oh my god. And then where we're at in the book now, at 163 pages, we're at 9 months post something crazy happening. So that's all I'll say because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. And this is definitely a series where it's literally like Fight Club. Like, you need to go into it blind, but just know that it is very, very spicy. The spice in this one is really good. But I'm going to say I'm team. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm really excited. I don't know what the hell is really going on. Like, I know a little bit more than I did, but I still don't know what's going on. And I like that. It's keeping me intrigued and it's keeping me into it. But I'm also really scared because I posted a video on TikTok and I was like, oh my god, here's my thoughts on Vlog. And everybody was like, oh my god, Exodus broke me. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So yeah, that's where we're at. I do love the cover of this one. It's greens and blues. And as you guys can see in my house, I love greens and blues. Okay. That's my update. I will see you guys in the next reading sprint. Besties, our first tears have been shed in this book. Not right now, but last night I was reading I read 3 chapters in bed after my reading sprint and sobbed. And I'm annotating right now. Of course we are. Because I really prefer to read from the physical book. Especially because, like, I just love the covers. And I'm like, I'm excited to annotate. Let me read it to you. She's talking to her dad. Alexa played Daddy Issues by the Neighborhood. You broke her heart. And you should know you were the first man to break mine too. But at least with her it was a clean break. But you've been breaking mine for 20 long years. I sometimes think it was a curse to inherit her heart. But I'm thinking now it's much better I didn't get yours. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so I was sobbing at like 2 in the morning last night. Or this morning. It literally broke my heart. Tell me why you can't be the father I deserve. Tell me why you can't love me. Tell me why she so clearly still loves you. I am literally losing it. Chapter 17. The Frenchman is growing on me. I repeat, the Frenchman is growing on me. Oh my god, I love this quote last night and I love it right now. I don't know if you're a very bad man who does good things or a good man who does very bad things. What do you think? I think I'm crazy for attempting to try and figure it out. With you, Cecilia, I realized anger can make you just as reckless as any other emotion. And yet here I am doing very bad things to a very good thing. What did you do? I did what thieves do. Page 233. Oh my god. I can't even tell you guys, no spoilers, but I'm not really surprised, but I'm still shook. You know what I mean? Page 239, Raven Wings. Stop.
We love rainy days, don't we, baby? What the I'm like actually pissed. I'm mad. That literally makes no sense. And I was like, no, like not actually, right? Yeah. What the This makes me not even want to keep reading. And then part 2 now. How many like I'm about to be pissed off. If this is actually the case, then why write the book?
Crock of shit.
That literally makes no sense. Like right after all that shit happened, and I can't even say what the happened, but that literally just makes no sense, and I'm pissed. I don't even want to read. Oh, part 2. Oh, I don't give a like, God. This makes me just want to throw the book across the room. And I can't even say, like, that's how you're gonna do it, and that literally makes no sense at all. And it's just stupid. First of all, I'm cringed. Then I'm into the series, and now this is stupid.
One eternity later.
Hey! Okay, so the last update you guys got of me reading Exodus by Kate Stewart was me crashing out. Spoilers, but I was actually in the trenches and genuinely pissed off, and I'm still kind of pissed off. So it's been a couple days since I've actually picked this book up, because after we love rainy days, don't we, baby? No spoilers, and you'd never be able to guess, because I used to hear that whenever I hadn't read this yet. I was like, aw. When people said that you will be in the trenches, they were not lying. Here are my tabs, by the way. I am tabbing the hell out of this book because I have so many feelings. I want to punch the FMC in the face. I have cried. I am angry. I'm annoyed. But I'm locked in, and I just want to know what happens, because I'm like, yeah, what was the reason, Kate Stewart? What was the reason? And I feel like, too, for me personally, I'm such an emotional reader. And so, like, if I have negative emotions or positive emotions, that really affects my reading experience. And for me personally, this is also why I read multiple books at once, because I needed to take a breather after that. I'm officially on chapter 43. We have got a lot of answers. So a lot of answers in this book that answer questions that I had in like the first book. So it's like slowly you find out all of this information with the FMC. Like we're on this journey with her. She knows as much as we know. And it's super frustrating too, because it's like, that would have been nice to know before things happened. So that's where I'm at. I can't really tell you guys anything, but I'm at chapter 43. We're almost done with this book. And yeah, the last clip, I looked back, I was like, when was the last thing I said to you guys? Oh, I was literally pissed. I was sobbing. I was so sad, but I also was like low-key like I want to just DNF the entire series because I'm upset. But I am a know-it-all weirdo and I want to know what happens, period. So there's no way I could DNF the series. So chapter 43 is where we're at. So we have like a little over 100 pages left of this book, which usually takes me about an hour. I am redoing my bookshelves right now. I don't know if you guys will see that video or this video first, but I'm going to probably switch to my Kindle instead of the physical and do my reading assist so I can annotate and then add my annotations to my physical book, because I have read majority of the series through the physical book. I did do the like immersive, like I listened to the audio with the Frenchman and I like that, but I feel like sometimes immersive slows me down. And with this book particularly, I had to stop immersive reading because I was reading so fast with my eyeballs and I was like, I don't have time for the French accent right now. I am literally stressed the out. You know what I mean? So yes, that is your update. I'm in the trenches and I literally had to touch grass. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I officially finished Exodus. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm glad we got our answers. I don't even know what the next book is gonna be about. Like genuinely. Like I'm like, is it just gonna be the series happy ending? Because I'll be honest with you, this was not my happy ending. It tied up some things and answered a lot of questions. So you're definitely in the know of, can you keep a secret after this book? But I don't really know what I'm gonna rate this. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking like settling on 3 stars because I'm so crushed and like sick to my stomach about what happened, first of all. And then we had a time jump and things got concluded. So like, I don't really know what the last book's gonna even be about, but I will say that I'm gonna rate this 3 stars because for me, without spoiling anything, the emotional damage in this damaged me, but not in the like way where I'm like, oh, it hurt so good. No, it hurt so bad. So that's what I'll say. If you read this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm very glad we got our answers. It makes a lot more sense. We got answers about Cecilia's family. We got answers about the King family, and it all makes so much sense. And so I think, like, I totally understand why when people reread the series, why the first book doesn't cringe them out. Or, like, it does cringe them out, but, like, it makes it more understanding and enjoyable. But for me, I think I'm kind of confused as to why even write the first book the way you did. You know what I mean? I guess the with your brain and really make this hurt, which makes a lot of sense. When I pick characters that I really, really love, it's very hard for me to not get the happy ending I want. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I would say I had way more fun in the first book than I did in this book. But I annotated a lot of things, like the way Cecilia was feeling. Even though Cecilia gets on my nerves, like the way she was feeling and like her daddy issues, her family issues, feeling like she just leads with her heart and feeling stupid because of it, I really resonated with that. So I feel like I definitely annotated this one. I need to fill in the annotations I made on my iPad, which I'm gonna do and go back over them. I really, really loved that. I loved like her pain. Not that I loved that she was in pain, but like I loved watching her pain and her explain it and like honestly pick herself back up. I loved that part of it, but I am unhappy. I'm just so crushed. Kate Stewart got me because I really had no idea what direction she was going. And then when I found out, I said, that's where we're going. I don't want to go that way. I want to go the other way. You know what I mean? So those are my thoughts. It is time. Listen, besties, quite a bit of time has passed. Not actually that long, but oh my god. It is officially time to start the last book in the Ravenhood series. Y'all came for my neck. I posted a post on my booktok and my bookstagram, which if you're not following me on booktok or bookstagram, all of my socials are linked below. Also ignore me. I am fighting a flare-up. Like I literally have had the worst flare for like 2 days in a row, and I do my best reading when I'm recovering from a flare-up, and I'm trying to be like kind to myself. So we're about to start this book. I actually am going to go take an everything shower, and then I'm going to get in my new Halloween PJs. I'm so excited. And then we are going to start this book. But I do have the audiobook on Libby, so I am, while I'm in the shower, going to start the audiobook. And then since I'm like annotating the physical books in the series, I am going to like catch up, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're starting it. I'm not going to read you guys the back of the book, but just so you guys know, like the way things have changed and the plot has changed and like a new character is like a huge part of the story. Like, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it, but like, I also want to see the conclusion of this. And I also love Tyler. Like, Tyler is one of my favorite characters. And I won't be able to read One Last Rainy Day until I read this. At least that's what the Ravenhood girlies have told me. So we're reading it. But I'm not actually kidding. Kate Stewart, how dare you? Like, genuinely, how dare you do that to me in Exodus? Like, I like literally, I said my spoiler thoughts on my booktok and bookstagram. So I'm not going to say them here because I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. But I literally didn't know what to expect. Like, I get the ick, then I'm like, ooh, then I'm like, ah! Now I'm like, I still need to know the lore. And apparently one of the Ravenhood girlies, actually multiple comments, but the first time I saw this comment, one girl was like, you are not truly in the Ravenhood if you don't finish this book. And I don't want to be left out. I don't want to be left out. So yeah, I'm going to read this. But I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I'm in the shower. I'm going to go take an everything shower and do some self-care and listen to the audiobook. And then when I see you guys next, we will be annotating. I got to pick up my tabs too. Pick out my tabs. So we're doing it. We're finally doing it. We're fine. This put me in a slump, by the way, you guys. Actually, let's talk about that for a second. After I finished Exodus, I was genuinely so upset. I was not only sad, I was literally angry. I was mad. Like, I was genuinely mad. It's been a very long time since a book has made me mad. However, here's what I'll say. Did what happened in the book, is that what I wanted to happen? No. Absolutely not. No. However, it did evoke extreme emotions for me. That's what I'm looking for when I'm reading. You know what I mean? So that's another reason. I knew I've been planning on finishing the series anyway, and then the girlies like convinced me on booktok and bookstagram, and like, I just needed some time, okay? I read a fun little summer book in between. I'm also reading, I read multiple books at once, but like, the slump in Exodus hit me so damn hard. I had to like stop reading the other books I was reading at the time. And I had to read something randomly because I was so down bad. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're about to start it. And that is the update. We are everything showered. I don't have my Halloween PJs on. I was going to do the Halloween PJs, but I was like, you know what? I feel like wearing pants. Every time I put lotion on, I have to have pants on. Anyway, I am in the middle of chapter 3. I listened to up until this point on the audiobook. The glimpses at Baby Literally, please no one speak to me. Literally, please no one speak to me. I want to be able to like live a happy life. Like I don't want to be sad all the time. And also, finally, Cecilia has a backbone. You know what I mean? The happy kid he was has all but disappeared because of our aunt's indifference and cruelty. My poor baby angel deserves better. Like, genuinely, bro. I've already annotated 3 things and they all have to do with I don't care. How do you know that? I read books. Books make you smart. Then I'll read books. Lots of books. And I'm gonna get stronger and smart, and then nobody can be mean to me ever again. What is this? Ravens? What is this? The pregnant lady is her mom. No context, but the pregnant lady is her mom, and I'm not emotionally stable for this. What's wrong with Kate Stewart? Like, is she okay? Like, someone needs to check on her. Like, why would you write that? Besties, I have an update on the finish line. First of all, look at my Halloween PJs. How cute are they? It's pink, and there's little cats and pumpkins and skulls. Little scary mixtape. Very, very cute. Okay, so I'm officially 114 pages in. I stopped before chapter 10, and this is how much I've annotated. All I'm gonna say is I literally made a TikTok. The girlies, y'all didn't warn me about how emo this is gonna make me, first of all. Second of all, every glimpse of the childhood we're getting is sending me into psychosis. And third of all, we're getting more lore. And I'm very happy that I continue to read it. So yeah, that's the update. We're taking it to bed. And I'm breaking out so bad. This is literally from me having sinus headaches and then massaging my hands after I wash them, by the way. After I wash them. And then I break out because this side of my face has been really, really swollen. And then I break out because of it. Life is not worth living. Just kidding. Yes, it is. But my skin is so sensitive. If you struggle with sensitive acneic skin, anything will throw it off. Like, if I have perfume on and I lay my hand like that, it doesn't matter if I wash my face immediately, it will break out. So this is literally all from a sinus massage. Yeah. So, totally fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, that is the update. I'm taking her to bed. What time is it? Time to do our nails. It's time to do our nails, and it's also time to hopefully get a big chunk of the finish line done. Last time you guys saw me, I was like over 100 pages in, and I was talking about how emotional, like the childhood flashbacks were putting me in, like all the things. So here's what happened. I was immersive reading it. I was listening to the audiobook on Libby, and then I was also reading in the physical paperback and annotating. Well, Libby rushed me, and she took my, oh my God, and she took my book. So now I'm having to switch to my Kindle because I'm doing my nails, and obviously like I can't do my physical. So we are switching to Kindle. I stopped in the middle somewhere of chapter 18 on the audiobook. So like I wasn't completely finished. But I'm just gonna restart chapter 18. So I'm at chapter 18. This is Kindle pages. You guys know how Kindle pages are, they're different. But I'm starting at chapter 18. It says page 195, and I'm gonna do my Kindle reading assist because my iPad's dead. You guys know I always have my iPad, so I'm charging my iPad. It's gonna take me like years to do my nails. You guys know how long it takes me. And I've been like breaking and eating and stuff every time I do my nails because if I just do my nails straight, my neck hurts and then my autoimmune flares up, and nobody wants that because I can already tell my autoimmune, she's being a bitch lately. Anyway, I'm getting ready to do my nails. This is the before. I know this isn't a nail vlog, but here's my before. My nails are about to just pop off at this point, but I haven't had any fall off, and it's been 3.5 weeks, like almost 4 weeks. So this is probably the best retention I've had in a really long time, and they're so long. So I think I'm gonna like shave them down a little bit. I don't even know. But yeah, that's where we're at. We are chapter 18. It says I'm 35% of the way through. Pretty much nothing new to report without spoilers. It's just literally making me emo, and I can't really tell you guys much. We are getting a lot of answers like slowly. Like we're getting flashbacks of one of the main characters. Again, I can't say who, but one of the main characters' life, and it's making me like this character more. If you know, you know. Ratatouille, wee wee. Okay, fine. Fine, the Ravenhood girlies were right. I don't despise Ratatouille, but don't love him either, you know what I mean? But I'm also only 35% of the way through, so that's the update. I'm gonna set up my crap, I'm gonna listen to my book, annotate, that way I can annotate on the Kindle and then transfer them to my physical books because I bought the physical books to annotate the physical books, but this is the way life goes, we have to do our nails. So I'm gonna annotate on my Kindle, then transfer it to the physical, and then yap with you guys when I have something non-spoiler to report. Update, we have finished our prep, which basically means I took off all the old color and I went to town on my cuticles and my nails because I'm trying to grow my sidewalls out. Long story short, no one cares. I am on chapter 25, so I'm 54% of the way through. All I have to say is a man who grovels. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. You guys know I love a man who grovels. And I don't want to like this man, but I'm liking him. Also, what else can I say that won't give spoilers away? Flannel pajamas, I'm cackling. The dog, I'm cackling. Date night, I'm cackling. Okay, so I'm on chapter 25 right now. I highlighted stuff, but you can't know because it's definitely spoilers. But why can't we just hate each other? Simple. We love each other too much. We survived our first trashy fight, complete with my parents in a trailer outside. Like, you guys would literally have no idea. Like, no idea. But like, I'm cackling, a man who yearns, a man who grovels. Alexa play Mastermind by Taylor Swift. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm about to officially finish prepping my nails, wash my hands, and then I'm gonna get into the gel because I definitely cannot talk when I'm doing my gel. But I'm on chapter 25. Still 54% of the way through. But this is a 500-page book, so yeah. I'm so excited. I'm actually enjoying it. It's just taken me so long because the second book in the series put me in such a damn slump. And now I'm like, but I also want to cry, but it's like making me laugh. And I'm just like, I've gone through so many emotions. I said it once and I'll say it again. Kate Stewart, I do not trust you. I'm like still so guarded because of what Kate Stewart's put me through that I'm like, I can't even smile, but I'm having a good time. Halloweeny is frying me. Not Halloween, Halloweeny. 1 minute I'm sobbing, 1 minute I'm laughing. I just finished chapter 38. My fill is done. I'm about to shape my nails, but the fill is done. I'm about to shape them, file them, and then paint them. But oh my God, I just finished chapter 38. Bye bye birdie. I literally can't tell you guys anything, but like, what did I say? I said I don't trust Kate Stewart. It's giving us all this cute. And then it's like 80% of the way through. I'm gonna be like stressed out the whole time. Amazing. Oh, just me still shaping my nails. 85% of the way through. I can't even tell you guys, but Cecilia? Cecilia? Oh my God. And I'm gonna leave you with this quote. Remember how much I hated the nickname Pup? I'm gonna off myself. You did good, Pup. I'm done. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. No, like, please don't speak to me. Please don't speak to me. Oh my God. You guys, I'm 89% of the way through. First of all, I've teared up. I haven't cried, but I've teared up. Can't tell you why. My nails are done. I just have to paint them and do my little gems. I put a story on my Bookstagram and said which nails, and you guys all voted for the black with the gems. That's what we're doing. I don't know if I'm gonna do every single hand. I think I'm just gonna do gems on these 2 fingers and leave these 3 like good. Anyway, I'm stressed out and I can't even say why. Like, Kate Stewart, God, 89% of the way through. I can't even say anything. I'm just so stressed out. I guess what I'm really asking is, can you keep a secret? Y'all stress me out. Okay, here are the nails. You see? I don't even know. The lighting is actually terrible. We did black, but then instead of like gems on every single one, because I was scared that I would like pick them off, like sensory overload, I just did gems on my ring finger and my pointer finger. I already know how much I'm gonna rate it because I decided while I was literally reading it. Okay, first of all, I'm so glad I finished because like I totally understand why all the Ravenhood girlies are telling you to finish, but like I still stand by how I felt in Exodus, and like I have like my favorites, and like certain characters are soul characters for me and certain characters are just like, you know, my favorite whatever. But I'm definitely glad I finished it, and I'm glad I know and it all makes sense. And like the very last line of the book, like I cannot wait to read the next gen and just like the lore that I know now. Also, I'm scared to read One Last Rainy Day. I'm scared to read One Last Rainy Day. Like, I'm literally scared. Because this had me emo. This had me literally crying in the very beginning. You guys saw the vlog whenever I was finishing or starting the finish line. I was like, you guys are sick. But I'm going to settle on this book 4 stars. It was not a 5-star read for me only because I'm still holding a grudge, Kate Stewart, 1. And 2, I feel like at times it was a little too long. Like the miscommunication. I will say, like, if you're thinking about reading the series, obviously this entire vlog is spoiler free, and you get annoyed by miscommunication. I like miscommunication. I like toxic. And like everything had a reason, and it was very satisfying when you found out everything. Like, can you keep a secret society? And like you don't really know what's going on until like the very end. But like even then, I feel like it was a little longer than it needed to be. Like there were times where I wanted to shake both the characters and I'm like, you guys are like actually about to stress me out. But I loved seeing all of the other characters. Tyler, love Tyler. I feel like at times it was still really drawn out, and the miscommunication made me want to just, but overall 4 stars. As a whole, I would probably rate the entire Ravenhood series a 4-star series, just because if you're like me, like I literally made an entire TikTok and I was like, oh my God, like I don't even want to finish this. After finishing, it's a 4-star series. So like all the books together, knowing everything I know, yeah, it's 4 stars. But before then, bitch, I was pissed. But also like this was my first Kate Stewart series I ever read. So like, babe, now I know. Now I'm aware, Kate Stewart, you were a masochist. You're dark, you're twisted. I was entertained, but yeah, 4 stars. I love the conclusion. I love the explanation. I love setting it up for the next gen, but it was not perfect. The entire series is 4 stars. And if you're like me and you haven't read past Exodus, just read The Finish Line. It did take me a while to get into it because I was just so pissed, and I'm like a grudge holder when I read. Like I'm like, bitch, I'm mad, but it's worth it. That concludes this video. I have to finish my nails. Weird place to conclude this video. As always, thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. I love you so, so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.